What up, whorebags? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All to Y'all Shay Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14, Episode 8 review. This is a really, really good episode. We begin with Boz having like a wellness spa day at her house, and she says she's throwing this so she can fix the mess within the group, specifically what's going on between Kyle and Dorit, because she felt like Sutton had good intentions but not a great execution, and so she felt like she needed to come in and save the day. Okay, so she tells Dorit before she gets there on the phone that Garcelle came over and told her about the text message that Kyle read to everybody and how it seemed like it was way more to it than just some memes. And so Dorit is like, oh, really? Because I just literally spoke to Erica 30 minutes ago and we were talking about it and she told me that it was nothing, like nothing at all. And so Erica obviously lied, but I'm like, why are you lying? Like, I understand you're the friend in the middle and you ain't trying to start mess between them, but I would have rather you just said, I think it's best you talk to Kyle than to say that it was nothing, because it was something and that something needed to be told to Dorit. And like, how you reading a text message between you and my husband to everybody else but me? You could have pulled me to the side. We was at the Viper Room when I asked you, and we could have talked about it and you could have showed me what it was. But you throw a hissy fit and try to make it seem like I'm doing too much and like I'm crazy, but there was something to it. Like, make it make sense, Kyle, because it doesn't. So Erica arrives first. Now, mind you, Boz said, come in your comfy clothes. And Kyle comes in this low V-neck, like, purple dress. And when Dorit comes in, she speaks to everybody. And she was like, oh, is that your comfy wardrobe? Being funny. And then in her confessional, she gonna say, I mean, the dress is from 2004. So I guess it is pretty worn in. Go ahead on, Dorit. I think I might like you now. I like that shade. Come on. So all the ladies arrive and they flirting with the chef child. It was funny. They getting massages by this massage all male review called the Handymans, and Garcelle know all of them. I want to do they give happy endings. So Dorit interrupts Garcelle as she is relaxing, got on her gazelles, and she is getting her foot massage. And here come Dorit interrupting her relaxation. And what tickled me is when Garcelle looked at her and then looked directly in the camera like, y'all see this shit? Garcelle be cracking me up. So Dorit actually came over and brings up what she said to her at the Viper Room about, how are you doing? And Garcelle was like, I wouldn't have said that if I didn't genuinely mean it. And she was like, okay, I get that. But, I just got to be honest with you. Regarding her life, she says to Garcelle, I'm lost right now. Like, I'm genuinely lost. And Garcelle, was like, I was there. I can give you advice, And Dorit finally apologizes correctly to Garcelle. And it wasn't no if I did anything or maybe. She apologized. And I was so proud of Dorit. And I was so happy that they had a genuine moment. And a part of me is low-key happy that Garcelle didn't have to bring it up to her in order for the apology to come. Because I've been saying I wish that Garcelle would have came into this season letting it be known that she still had an issue with Dorit based off the microaggressions from last season. But the fact that she didn't say anything, it was kind of making her look bad. Like she had a couple of slip ups so far this season, and it was painting her as being like somewhat of a instigator and just being petty and like low key, like just starting with Dorit. So I appreciate the fact that Dorit came to her and apologized on her own. And hopefully they can move forward at this point, because they really don't have a beef. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there can be a cordial friendship there, you know? So, Bose sit next to Kyle and confronts her about reading the text message to everybody else. But when you came over to my house, you ain't read the text message to me. So what's good? Because you could show me pictures of Dorit kissing your husband's arms and all of this stuff, but you ain't showed me the receipts. So what's the tea? Mind you, Sutton is sitting on the other side of Kyle listening to everything, and she bring her little butt over there. Sutton's so damn messy, and I love it. So Kyle repeats what she said in the text message, and she repeats the part where she said, whatever you told me will stay between us. Here goes Sutton. No, you said more than that. So this get Kyle upset, and Kyle feeling like she's being made to look like a liar and like she's not telling the truth and all of this stuff. And she feeling some type of way about the fact that Bose even came questioning her, because she was like, you don't know the extent of our history and what we got going on and all of this, that, and the third. And I get that, because I've said that myself regarding situations between Sutton and Dorit. Like, Bose doesn't know the 1, 2, and the 3. But the difference in this situation is, Kyle, you brought her into it when you came over discussing the situation with her, showing her photographs of Dorit kissing your husband's arm and insinuating that, hey, the world had an issue with this, but I let it go because we were friends and I protected you, and this is like, you brought her into the situation. So now she does get the opportunity to say how she feels about things. So, like I said, Kyle is insulted, and Erica overhears it, and here she go. Nah, that's not cool. She don't have to read it if she don't want to. I don't like that ish. I've had that done to me. Da 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 da. Erica, shut up. Shut up. Just sit there, Gollum, and get your massage, your free massage. You getting free spa amenities. Your broke ass needs to be soaking this up. Anything you can get free, you just need to soak it up. You got free food, free massage, and all that. Just sit there, relax, and enjoy the ambiance and mind your business, because she does owe it. She the one that brought the text message out to read it to y'all. If she would have never did that, she would have been in clear. But as soon as she brought it out and read it to y'all on camera, then it's everybody's business. So stop. Please stop. So Erica in her confession gonna tell me she's done nothing wrong talking to a friend. Okay, see if you felt the same way if she was over there talking to Tom. You would be livid, because what are y'all talking about? And once again, I don't care if her and PK have had a friendship for the last 10 years. Regardless, yeah, we are couple friends, but there is a line that should be drawn when the couple has now broken up. You don't need to be talking to me about nothing that go on with y'all, because at the end of the day, I met you through your wife. This is my coworker and one of my closest friends. So I would be remiss to be talking about her to you and you talking about her to me. Let's just cut all that out. Let's just cut it all out. Unless she tells me, go ahead. Y'all keep y'all friendship. I don't feel any type of way. Okay. But that is not the case here. So no, Erica, please stop. So here go Kyle, crying, playing the victim, acting like she is the one that has been wronged. And so the reader's like, why hasn't anybody come talk to me? Like, everybody talking about this message, everybody done seen it but me. Like, when is she gonna come and talk to me? And I'm waiting on it too. So Erica was like, you don't owe them anything. The only person you owe something to is Dorit. And here go Kyle saying, I don't owe her anything. I'm going to read the text and then I'm leaving. Okay, girl, bye. Don't nobody care if you leave. And you do owe her something. Because if the roles were reversed and she was sitting up there having one-on-one text message conversations with Mo, you would be out somewhere, stop, dropping, rolling in the middle of the street. Okay? So stop. And just the condescending attitude that she has towards Dorit is giving me like, how dare you question me? Like, who are you to question me? Like, it's obvious at this point that she looks at Dorit like she is beneath her. Beneath her. She would never respond like this to Erica. She would never respond like this to Lisa Vanderpump, to Lisa Rinna. Hell, to even Garcelle, because she know not to go there with her after Garcelle first season. So Kyle got her picks. She really honestly does. So she goes out there and makes this old announcement. I've been made to feel like I've done something wrong and I have nothing to hide. So I'm going to read it. And she reads the text message. And as soon as she gets to the part about where, you know, I will never relay anything that we've talked about that you've told me in confidence pretty much. Dorit looked like, now, wait a minute now. That is something. That's more than y'all sending each other memes. Because what that mean? And so Kyle, when she gets to that part, Tom, so, and no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this production. And like Garcelle pointed out, if you were talking about production, you would have said anything that you've ever told me, I would never say in front of production. You didn't say that because that's not what you were talking about. You're lying, Kyle. You're lying. You know damn well that comment was a reference towards him and Dorit's marriage, period. And maybe whatever a single PK got going on. Who knows? But you're lying. And the fact that you're lying continues to show that you're guilty. So once again, I'm so confused about how you're upset. So Bo's in her confession was like, the louder she cries, the more I know she wrong. And that was like, absolutely. So Kyle, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm done. Girl, I'm like, you are not an actress anymore. This is not one of them Jason movies that you saw it in back in the 70s. Please sit down. So here go Erica running after her. The other ladies, including Dorit, run after her to see what's going on. Well, not really run after her, but they wanted to be nosy. And Kyle Tom, this is disgusting to be confronted every day about this stupidity. I can't keep doing this. And I'm like, oh, it's disgusting because it's you now. When everybody else was in the hot seat, you ain't have no problem confronting people, putting them on blast. You did it with Sutton. You did it with you did it with Dorit. You did it with your sister, Kim. You did it with Bella Hadid and them mama with the Munchausen and all of that stuff. You have done it repeatedly to other people, putting them on blast. And now that it's Denise Richards, but now that it's you, it's disgusting. And how dare they? And I shouldn't be made to go through all of this. Well, girl, it's your time in the hot seat. Period. Everybody has had their moment. Now it is your turn to have yours. And obviously you can't handle it because you can't handle the truth. Okay? So Dorit and Kyle go and talk one-on-one. And Dorit tells her, like, I don't like the way that PK spoke to me. Like, I would call him a monster sometimes. And I'm not saying that he's a horrible person, but he got that in him where he can get like that with me. And Kyle in her confessional says, I always saw Dorit as wearing the pants in that relationship. So I don't know if I can visualize that. Is she using this moment to paint a picture of who PK is? I'm just saying I've never seen that. So now you're calling her a liar. And it's obvious at this point that you don't see it for Dorit. You have decided which person you're siding with in this breakup, and it's obvious that it's PK. Obvious. For you to say that, because at the beginning of that, you said, I don't know what goes on between closed doors. So exactly, just because you know PK to be one way don't mean that he cannot be another way in his marriage to his wife. And so the fact that you're calling her a liar is insane to me. Because You, as her friend, ain't even giving her grace enough to just go along with what she's saying until you see different. The same way Erica does for you at the end of this episode. I know Dorit was pissed when she saw this. Because, like, how dare you? How dare you? And I hope Dorit bring it all out at the reunion. Put her ass on blast for being a lesbian and everything else she got going on. Since you want to call me a liar and then lie to my face about you talking to my husband about me. Let's talk about how your ass like to eat coochie, okay? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, heifer, okay? So, Dorit was like, what he shares with you means that you won't share it with me. And Kyle was like, no, he doesn't talk about his relationship with you to me. Like, no, we don't talk about that. Lying. And Dorit was like, yes, he does. And she was like, no, he doesn't. She was like, PK talks to everybody. He talks to everybody. Basically, he got loose lips. So Kyle in her confessional, once again being condescending, rude, and demeaning, says, if you know my character and if you have a brain, then you know over 10 years it's not only memes. Bitch, that's the way you made it seem like. You said it's nothing but memes and jokes and laughs. So don't sit up here and try to act like I'm stupid because you the one that want to sit up here and be a punk ass, puss ass bitch and lie. Girl, not you calling a girl dumb. Now, Dorit have her moments. But really? Like, you just keep on digging this hole and it's showing that you don't like her. You don't like her. You tolerated her. Once she stopped kissing your behind, you had no more use for her. Period. So, Dorit in her confessional says PK told her that while they were still in a relationship, that he would go over to Kyle and Mo's house and talk to Kyle and Mo about her. About their relationship. So she knew for a fact that Kyle was lying and says that she realizes now that Kyle has lied so much that she don't even know how to stop because she is obviously lying through her teeth. So Kyle in her confession said Dorit got exactly what she wanted. Everyone's talking about this now except for what she did to me. She wasn't a good friend to me. And I'm like, how is this about you? Please let me know how this is about you. What did she do to you that you're upset and feel like all the other ladies should be seeing things from your point of view? Like, Kyle, please take a year off or two or just leave the show because you're not truthful. You're not opening up about what's really going on in your life. You're deflecting. You're a liar. Like, just please get off the show. Please get off the show because nobody sees it for you, ma'am. Nobody. So Kyle leaves and Erica says, I just think she's misunderstood. And so Boz in her confessional is wondering, why is Erica sticking up for Kyle and not for Dorit? I'm confused myself. So here goes Sutton, just like Garcelle, trying to have this speech at the wrong damn time. About her being there for Dorit or whatever. And Dorit was like, okay, yeah. Because it was like the wrong time, Sutton. Wrong time. It was so funny. So after that, Sutton meets up with Garcelle at her beach house. And she basically says that she feels some type of way that Kyle ran out. Because everybody else has to sit there and stick in it when they're being confronted. But then she gets to run whenever she is backed up against the wall. And that's true tea. That is true tea. So at the end of the episode, Dorit and Erica go get facials together. And Dorit says to Erica, I think what Kyle said wasn't cool regarding the text message. She was like, there is something there with you saying that you won't repeat anything that you told me. You got to be talking about me. And Erica was like, I don't think so. I don't think that it was about you. And and you don't know for sure if they were talking about you. And she like, girl, are you really about to sit in my face and act like you don't know that them people been talking about me? Like, you really about to play in my face, Erica? Like, seriously? And so Dorit was like, when it comes to Kyle, I feel you don't call it like you see it. And I said, go ahead on, Dorit, because I'm surprised at Erica. I'm totally surprised at Erica. I understand that she's trying to be neutral, but at the same time, it's not like you're really being neutral, because it's kind of like you're leaning more towards Kyle, because you have to know that that's not right. Because once again, let it be in Tom. She was talking to. And that text message was a message to Tom. You gonna think exactly how Dorit is thinking. But she gives Kyle grace and said, you need more evidence. And until I get more evidence, I'm just not gonna crucify her. The same way that Kyle should have given Dorit grace when it comes to what she was saying about PK and the way that he talks to her. So, Erica at this point want out of the whole situation. She done. She feel like they need to handle their own scandal. And honestly, that's how she should have been from the beginning, because it was only going to end up the way that it is now. But I don't feel like she being honest with Dorit about her feelings and validating her feelings. I really don't. And I do think that she's letting Kyle get off easy. And I don't think that it was okay what was said in that text message. Period. But I'm going to give this week's episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills a B+. It was a really good episode. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.